Mike Pence, showing he still has no spine, was coy about if he would vote for Donald Trump again and insinuated he may run. But listen, remember, Donald Trump tried to have him assassinated. Here it is.
If Donald Trump is the Republican nominee for president in 2024, will you vote for him?
Well, there might be somebody else I'd prefer more. You know, what I can tell you is I have every confidence that the Republican Party is going to sort out leadership. All my focus has been on the midterm elections, and it'll stay that way for the next 20 days. But after that, we'll be thinking about the future, ours and the nation's, and I'll keep you posted, okay?
The man tried to have you assassinated, sir. When he heard that people were running around the Capitol saying, hang Mike Pence, what did he do? He didn't say, oh my goodness, somebody save my vice president. Where is he at? Get him on the phone. He went to Twitter in his little protected bunker, and he decided to tweet, hey, Mike Pence has abandoned us. Wink, wink. That's what he did. He never checked on Pence. He didn't give a damn about the family. And Mike Pence, come on, man. You gotta have some level of dignity left inside of you. You can't let this cat just pull your card like that. He tried to have you killed. Somebody asks you a question like that, you look at them and you say, the hell are you talking about? The man tried to have me killed. Of course I won't vote for him. Everybody will respect that, Pence. Oh, I'm sorry, except for Trump humpers. Let's put up the picture. This guy, former VP of the United States, was at Georgetown University on Wednesday night talking about the future of conservatism when he was posed the question about his former boss. Now, listen, there's no such thing as conservatism anymore. It's gone. It's all Trumpism, Trumpite, Trump this and Trump that. Let's put up the other individual who he was having a conversation with. Now, this was, his comments came in conversation. This is Democratic National Committee official, Executive Director, Georgetown's Institute of Politics and Public Service, and also a larger part of the Young America's Foundation college tour by a former vice president who became estranged from Trump in the wake of January 6th, the insurrection, the terrorist attack, when pro-Trump supporters stormed the Capitol and briefly sent Pence and gathered lawmakers into hiding. Since then, Pence has continued to speak publicly, but not boldly, about his own vision for the GOP. In prepared remarks on Wednesday, he only mentioned the midterm elections once, predicting the GOP flips across Congress, predicting these flips across Congress and beyond. But asked by a student how being Trump's vice president had affected his own future in the Republican Party, he joked, saying he's not particularly a long-term planner. I can tell you whatever the future holds for me and for my wife, maybe in the months ahead, will determine what our calling is, and we will follow that calling come what may. What's going on with him? So at this point, Mike Pence has kind of hinted that he may run for president. Okay, fine. Sir, you're afraid to even say something negative or truthful about the guy who wanted you dead and tried to have you killed. You don't have enough fortitude to at least stand up for yourself. And if you can't stand up for yourself, sir, stand up for your family. The man did not care how this impacted your family. He didn't care how his rhetoric impacted your family. You still can't stand up to this one person. And let me be very clear, because I know some people are going to push back and say, well, Mike Pence is the one, he did not refuse to sign, the Electoral College certification. And because of that, because he actually put his signature there, he's a good guy. No, he wanted to not sign it. Remember, he called Dan Quayle. Who in the hell calls Dan Quayle for advice? He calls Dan Quayle and he says, listen, Dan, I'm being told I can do this. Can I do this? And Dan said, no, it's against the law. You would be indicted, Mike Pence, if you do it. So Mike Pence tried to figure out a way to stop the certification of Donald Trump. So he gets no hero cookie simply because he refused to do a criminal thing. There's more. All right. Pence's 30-minute speech focused on his background, how he evolved politically and religiously, according to him. Elsewhere, though, he spoke more gravely of dangers posed to the country by who? Democratic opponents and a woke agenda. A warning, far apart from some of his other comments about Democrats on Wednesday night. Pence argued, and I quote, in one short year and a half, the Biden-Harris administration has unleashed a tidal wave of left-wing policies that in many ways wiped out the progress that we've made to the detriment of the American people. Frankly, sometimes I think Democrats have moved so fast that the left hand doesn't know what the far left hand is doing. That's all you got. They're left-wing politicians, sir. They're supposed to bring in left-wing policies. But what policies have they brought in that create the detriment you refer to? He does not have a list of those. Because the truth is, the politicians in charge on the left right now, they're not bringing in the policies that we really wanted. They're not bringing in the policies they campaigned on. There's more. He also continued to criticize Biden over gas prices, presumed threats to freedom. He also spoke earlier on Wednesday at the Heritage Foundation, the conservative group, where he cautioned against unprincipled populism overtaking his party. He said the GOP must continue to embrace smaller government through national defense and traditional moral values. Once again, they all talk about morals. They all talk about ethics. They all talk about God and white Jesus. But every single one of them are afraid of their true Messiah, Donald Trump. Every day, when they refuse to say the truth about Trump, they are telling you exactly who their real God is, regardless of who they say. They are afraid of Trump. That's who they're scared of, right? My dear brother, thoughts here?
Pence has placed himself in between a rock and a hard place, because let's say he did stand up to Trump and say, no, I'm not gonna vote for him. Then MAGA's gonna be mad at him, and they definitely won't vote for him if he were to run himself. Additionally, if he keeps with these, weak takes, then that's how Trumpists are gonna see him. They're gonna see him as weak. I mean, Pence, there were gallows for you outside of the Capitol, my dude. Now, when he said there may be somebody else I prefer more, the word more was carrying so much weight there, because that kind of indicates that he may be willing to vote for Trump if Trump chooses to run. But like, what is he waiting for? Is he waiting to hear Trump's policies or his positions? He knows exactly what Trump's policies and positions are. His position is to kill Mike Pence. What else is he looking for? What is he waiting for? He knows what's going on. He knows he's supposed to happen. So either announce or not. I don't know. And maybe he's waiting to see if Trump's gonna run, because he would rather not run against Trump. But I don't know. He's not a hook. He's not a hero. He doesn't deserve hero cookies, as you said earlier, for doing the right thing that right. He needed Dan Quayle to tell him to do. I forgot about that part, so I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, fascinating stuff.